Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all guys are at your home and you all are safe. Please take proper precaution and don't step out until and unless it's very necessary. And also, as you all know, that coronavirus second wave has hit us very badly. So precaution is very must. And also, stepping out is the major problem over here, because if you step out you don't know what can happen next. So to stay safe, vaccination is the next step, because now the vaccine has come and now it's time for us to take the vaccine. But what happens is, we don't know that whether we have the availability for the vaccine at the nearest hospital or no. So in that case, what should we do? Because we can't take a risk to go out and to come back without the vaccination, because if you will not get vaccinated, you know that you have to go back again to get vaccinated. But before going outside, it's better that you already know that there is availability for the vaccine. So in that case, what we should do? Don't worry, I am here. So I am back with a very interesting project for you guys to learn and understand, so that instead of going out directly without having a proper knowledge that whether there is availability or no, what we can do, we can check it prior. We can check it that whether there is a availability onto that nearest hospital or no. If there is availability, then only you go, otherwise we will not go outside. So today you will get two benefits. One, that you will get vaccinated just because you will go out only when there is actually availability for the slot. And second one is that you will enhance your knowledge. So that's what we will learn in today's session. But let me tell you what exactly we are going to do today. So in today's session, what we will do is we will create a chatbot that will help you to find the nearest hospital that is having the availability for the vaccination. So in that case, what your chatbot will do is your chatbot will ask you few questions, and that questions will not be much. In that case, we will be asking you only for few details. Either I will be asking you for the pin code and the date, either I will be asking you for the district and the date, or I will be asking you for the longitude and latitude. So based on that, we will be providing you the information that whether you have the vaccine available at your nearest hospital or no. So that's all that we will be learning in today's session. So I think that's gonna be really fun, right? So we will get vaccinated by just playing like this, right? So this is all that we will be doing in today's session. So now let's not waste much time and let's straightforward go to the project and let's understand how to do all this stuff to make a project in such a way to get you the availability of the slots to the nearest hospital. So let's get started. Now let's understand that how are we going to use these APIs and to hit them to get the results for the availability of the doses. So let's understand that. So right now you can see this is a website, or let's say this is an official website for Arogya Setu, where you have the APIs, or let's say you have the public API as well as the private API. So you can use either of it to get the results. Right now we will be using the public API to hit them and to generate the results based on the availability for your area, or let's say for the district, for the pin code, whatever you have. So we will be generating the result based on different parameters, and those different parameters will be, we will be generating the ID based on the pin, or let's say the pin code. We will be generating the ID based on the district, so which district you are in, based on the longitude and latitude, based on the area, or let's say to the location. So based on that, we are also going to generate the result. So this is all that we will be learning in today's session. And now let's understand that how are we going to do that, how are we going to use the web scraping concept over here to collect the data and to further process that to display it onto the output window. So now let's understand that. Firstly, let's understand about the first API, which is for the appointment availability APIs, and the first one is by the pin code, or let's say if in case you want to check the vaccine availability based on the pin code, then what we will do is we will use this API. Currently the API is not the final API. We have to first of all generate that API, and to do that, what you will be doing is you will be simply clicking on this option, try it out. Just click on that, and now it will ask you like what exactly you want to do. Right now you can see HI India. So this is a, let's say, local code which you have over here, and based on that, now I'm going to provide like where I am and where I want to check for, right? So currently you can see this is about Delhi for now. And now let's do one thing, let me change it, or let's say let's not change it, because I don't want to take the input from here. Instead, this input values like the pin code and the date for which I want to check for, that will be coming from the user. User will be providing me that information, and based on that I will be checking for it, right? So right now let's generate, or let's say just execute it, so that we can get the API generated. So you can see this is the final API that is generated with us. Now just copy this API, and to write the code, what we have to do is we have to first of all create a script where we will have all the stuff, where we will be calling the request module that will be used, or let's say that is the most commonly used technique, or let's say most commonly used package for doing the web scraping, or let's say to simply hit the request, whether to get request, to post request, so whatever it is. So that's what we will be doing. Now let's go to the program and let's start writing the code as per that. Alright, so now you can see I have already created a code for that, and right now I have three different codes, and in short you can say I have created three different functions. The first function which I'm going to show you right now is the dose availability pin code. So right now I'm going to work as per that, and in this is the API which I have just generated, which is based on the pin code and the date. So you can see this is the pin code, here you have to enter the pin code, this is date, and here you have to enter the date. So in this way we will be typing it, right? So this is how we are going to do it. And right now what I am doing is I am creating a function with two arguments. One is pin code and second one is date, so that I can pass a dynamic value for the pin code as well as for the date. So this is what exactly I'm doing right now. And right now I have simply generated this API. Let's say I've simply created an object where I'm storing this API, and accordingly I'm formatting it in such a way so that whatever pin code and date you will pass, it will update accordingly. And after that, when I have the updated API, now what I can do, I can hit a get request, because if you will go back and if you will notice over here, this API is for the get request. So you just have to hit the get request and you will fetch the result from here, right? So this is the way how you will be getting it. And before going to the complete programming stuff, let me first of all copy this link and let me show you what output it will generate if I will try to access it, right? So let me open a new tab, just hit this, just open it. And now you can see for this, let's say for this pin code and for this date, you don't have the result, right? So you don't have the result just because we are using a previous date. So let me try a new date right now. So I want to check for 31st May. Currently you can see it's 30 May. So I want to check for tomorrow, right? So over here I'm checking it, and accordingly 110001, right? So this is the pin code that I'm having, and currently I don't know like which location it is for. So maybe that is for Delhi only, right? So let me open it and let's see, right? So you can see it is for New Delhi, and over here this is the address, this is the name of the hospital, and accordingly you have the time slots, like at what will be the timings for your vaccination, and accordingly what will be the charges. It will be free of cost, so you don't have to pay anything. And accordingly this is the date for which you are checking for, and accordingly these are the 4 time slots in which you have to go and get vaccinated, right? So this is what we can do. And other than yeah, you can see you have other hospitals as well. So whatever number of hospitals you have over here, it will show you all of them, and you can get the results as per that. And also one more thing over here, so you can see available capacity. Currently available capacity is nothing, so it's completely showing you 0. Similarly you can check for other area, maybe that is not showing you. Yeah, you can see for this area, Atal Adarsh School Mandir Marg. So in this location you can see you have the availability for your doses. So this is what we have, and also it is showing you that what is the minimum age limit for that. So this is the minimum age for which this vaccine is applicable, right? So you have to go as per that. So everything it is showing you right now, and now you can see the data that you are checking right now, that is shown to you onto the browser. But currently we are not going to check it as per the browser. Instead we will be collecting the same information through the Python code, right? So this is what we will be doing right now. So let me go back. Alright, so now you have this. Now what we will do is we will keep on changing this value. We will keep on changing this pin code. We will keep on changing this date for which we want to check for. Similarly, if I will try to show you as per here, so let me show you 1100, or let's say 52 for example. I want to check for this area. Now you can see you have the other values as well for that purpose, right? And also the date is same and the pin code has been changed. So in this way you can check the data for anything, right? Any area. Now we have the code as per that, and now let's check for the main code, because here we are just creating an API, or let's say here you are just generating an API with different pin code and data. Now the main task is inside main task. So let me open it up and let me show you what exactly I'm doing in here, right? So over here, let me show you what exactly I'm doing right now. Firstly, I will be hitting up the request, hitting up this API for the get request, and based on that I will be getting some JSON data. So as I have already shown you here, you are having a data in the JSON format. So this is a complete JSON format. So you have the data in that format, and we will be collecting it, and in that JSON format you will have a single key, and that single key is session, and inside that session you will be having your complete data. So this session is a single key, in that you have your complete data, and accordingly inside this you will have multiple dictionaries for each of the hospital, or let's say each of the location where you can get vaccinated. So this is what we have over here, right? And for that, right now I have the data collected in the data object, and accordingly for area in data, what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to access the multiple locations, because for different fields, or let's say for different areas, I have my data separated. Like you can see, session is the main one, and inside that session I have multiple dictionary. This is 0, this is 1 dictionary, this is 2nd, this is 3rd, this is 4th, like this. So in this way we have multiple dictionaries, and in each of the dictionary we have the key and value pair for each of the information that we are looking for, right? So that's the reason I have applied it in such a way. And also I have put one more condition over here, that I only want to see the detail of that particular hospital or particular dispensary in case that is having the availability for the doses. Otherwise I don't want to check for it, right? So that is the criteria, or let's say that is the assumption that I'm making right now, and that's the reason I have made this condition over here, like if area available capacity. What is available capacity? This one. If this is more than 0, right, then only I want to check for it. Otherwise I don't want to go for it. I just want to skip that part. And based on that, what I am doing, I am finally creating a string. In that string I will be having a complete information, and that complete information, let me show you how I'm going to get it. So this is dose availability pin code. Pin code is this, and this is the date. So I have to pass the date in this format, then only I will be able to get it. Now let me run it. So can you see, when I have finally processed the data, you will have the data in this format. So this is the name of the hospital, and this is the address for that. This is the pin code that you have looked for. Similarly, this is the available capacity dose 1, that is for dose 1, dose 2, and the total capacity. So this is what we have, and accordingly I have also set that what is the minimum age limit, right? So this is what I have done, and accordingly I have displayed the time slot. So what are the time slots available for that particular hospital, so that you can go accordingly and you can get vaccinated. So this is what we have over here, right? So this is all about it, and I haven't collected, or let's say I haven't used the complete information from this data. But if you want the complete information, you can use it, but I have only used this much, so you can change accordingly, right? So that's your choice. So in this way I have the complete information, and I have displayed back to you. So this is the first one which I have shown you as per the dose availability for the pin code, right? So this is the first step, that is for the pin code part. Similarly, if you want to check it as per the district, as per the longitude and latitude, so you can check that as well. And in that case, all the process will be same. The only difference will be for the API generation, right? Because over here you have the API in this format, like find by pin. So in that case, you're passing the pin code and the date. And suppose if I want to check it not for the pin, I want to check it by district, so I will have to do this one, right? So just try it out, and here you have to enter the district ID for which you want to check for. Currently it's 512, so based on that you will be getting a result for some Rajasthan location. So this is what we have. Now when you will execute it, so you will be getting this. So just open it up. Let me open this, right? So this is what you have, and currently we are checking for the previous location, so that's the reason available dose and something, we don't have anything, right? So that's the reason it is showing you like this. So this is all about it. So we have the complete information, and currently you're getting it for Shahjahanpur. So that is Rajasthan Alwar. So near to that. So this is how we have the complete information about it. In the same way, we can do one thing. We can paste this. So I already have the data with me. So I have updated that with the district ID and the date. So I have done this. Same thing I can do for longitude and latitude as well. So for the longitude and latitude, you will get the IP in such a way. So in this way you will get it, right? So just try it out, and here you have to put the longitude and latitude, execute it, and here also you will be getting a location, or let's say you will be getting the data as per the location, as per the longitude and the latitude. Alright, so you have the complete information for that. So in this way you will be getting all the details. Now I think you have got a proper understanding that how we are gonna get this, and we have the complete information, we have the complete functionalities for each of the type that we have specified over here, whether for the longitude, latitude, whether for the district ID, whether for the pin code. So based on which you want to check, you can check it. Now let me show you the last thing, and that last thing is that how you can generate the data as per the state ID. So if in case you want to get the result for the state ID, what you will be doing. So this is the another API for that. Just click on try it out, and here you have the state ID over here, and based on that you will be getting one API generated, and you have to hit a get request for that also. So can you see here you will get the ID for that, you will get a token ID for each of the state, right? So currently you can see district ID, because in the previous case over here for the district ID, what we were having, like for this, we were getting the ID for the district, but we don't know that for which district what ID do we have, right? So this is what we don't know. So if you want to check it, you can access this API, or let's say you can access, or let's say you can hit this API, and accordingly you will be able to get the district ID for each of the district which you are looking for. So this is how we can do that, right? So this is all about it. So in this way you can do this, and accordingly you can generate the district ID. So this is all about this. Now I think we have got a proper understanding that how we can use this API, how we can hit that, and how we can fetch the results from there, right? Now the last thing is that now we have to use all these functions, and accordingly we have to further call these functions onto the Rasa chatbot, because the main functionality of us is to connect this functionality with the Rasa chatbot, because all the information that we are directly passing right now, like over here we are passing the pin code, we are passing the date, we are passing it directly, but right now we don't have to pass it like this. Instead we have to pass it from the other function. In short, we have to take the input from the user while we are talking to the chatbot, right? So while we are talking to the chatbot, I will be asking, or let's say I will be asked for some information from the bot side, and based on that I will be generating the results. So this is what exactly we will be doing to get the availability of the vaccination, right? So this is what we have to do right now. Now the functionality is done. So let me just first of all set up my project for the Rasa chatbot, and let me show you how we are gonna connect it to the Rasa chatbot. So let me show it to you. All right, so now you can see the project is ready, and here I have my complete chatbot. And let me tell you what exactly I'm doing here is I have created a chatbot in which we will be having a like different conversations, and different conversations are like based on the type, like how I want to get the availability check, right? So for example, I want to check the availability based on the pin code, so I have one story for that. If I want to check as per the district, so I have one story for that. If I want to check as per the location, so I have one story for that. So whichever story I will be following, based on that I will be asked a particular question for that particular story. For example, if I am talking about pin code, so in that case we will be asked two questions, and that questions will be to collect the information for the pin code and the date. So we will be collecting the information in this way, and then after that whatever will be the result, that will be displayed to you onto the output window wherever you're going to check it. Like in our case right now I'm going to show you how you can check it on Rasa X. So I will show you like what will be the output there, and accordingly whatever output you will have, we will give you one option. So would you like to get the same output in your email as well or no? So this is what exactly I will be having, and for that you will be asked one another question, and that another question will be to enter the email ID. So this is how we can do that, and accordingly you will get the complete data onto your email ID as well. So this is all about it, and now let me do one thing. Let me show you how we will get the result for that. So for that, let me run Rasa X plus. Here you can see I have already run the action server, so it is up and running. Now wait for Rasa X to start so that we can talk to the bot, and let's see what will be the complete conversation for that. Alright, so you can see our Rasa X is open and our latest model is also active, and now we can start talking to the bot, right? So let me say hello. So hey, welcome to Innovate COVID Vaccine Notifier app. I'm here to help you find the available slots near you for the vaccination. So this is a message that you will get from the bot, and accordingly you will be asked one more question, and that is, how do you want to check the slots availability? Like, do you want to check it by pin code or by district ID, or you want to check it by location as well, right? So whichever option you will select, you will be asked a question for that. So firstly, let me check for the pin code part. And now you will be asked for another question, and that is enter your pin code. So let me enter one of the pin code, and that is for Delhi right now. So I want to check for that. So you can see, enter the date you want to check for in the given format. So you have to enter the date in this given format. So let me pass it. So for example, I want to check for tomorrow. So let me pass like 31/05/2021, right? So I want to check it for tomorrow. Now press enter. Okay, can you see you have the complete output? So whatever you will have, whatever you want, like whatever I have explained you before, so there, this is the name of the hospital, right? And accordingly this is the address for that, this is the pin code, this is the availability slot, this is the available capacity dose 1 slot, right? And similarly for dose 2 as well, what is the total capacity? So this is about that. And also what is the age limit for this vaccination? So this is about that. And also this is the time slot in which you can go and get vaccinated. So this is how we have it. And similarly we have other hospitals as well where you can go and accordingly you can get vaccinated as per the different slots that are provided to you, right? So this is all that we have got. Now let's scroll down, and at the end with the details you will be asked one question: would you like to get the details on your email ID? Now it's up to you whether you want to get it or no. For right now I want to show you that whether I can get it or no. So right now I will say yes, I want it. So let me click on yes. Now wait for it. So it will ask you enter your email ID. So right now let me do one thing, let me pass my email ID. Okay, so I have entered the email ID. Now wait for it. Okay, can you see? We have successfully sent the mail to your email ID, and this is the email ID where the mail has been sent. Now we can go to the mail ID and we can check that whether we have got it or no. So let me go to the mail, right? So let me go to that. So can you see, this is the mail ID that is coming from my another email ID, right, from where I have sent it. Open it, and here you can see this is a message which I have just got, right? Yeah, this one, 1 minute ago. So we have got this. So this is the output that you have just got, right? So everything, whatever you have got, that is coming as per the actions that we have called, right? So this is all about that. And why you're getting another messages as well, because I have tried it before as well, so that's the reason you're getting it like that. And also one more thing is that we have the same test subject for all of it, right? So that's the reason we are getting all of them in the same mail, right? So this is how we can get it. Now this time let me do one thing, let me delete this one and let me send the mail again with the other data, right? So let me clear this conversation. Alright, so we have sent the mail to your email ID successfully. So this is the email ID where you have got the result. Now go back and check it again. Can you see we have got a mail? Now this is the complete data that we have just got, right? So in this way we can get the complete result, and this is how you can send the email to anybody, right? So this is the way how we can get the result. This is the way how we can connect it to the Rasa chatbot, and I hope now you have got a proper understanding that how you can do this thing, how you can get the availability slot, and accordingly how you can check everything, and based on that you can get vaccinated, right? So this is the way how you can do it quickly. And now if you have any doubts in the complete project, so just let me know in the comment section, and also please do share this video as much as possible so that everyone can get can be vaccinated with the availability slots, right? So this is all that is the motive for us, right? And if you have liked this video, do click on the like button, and if you are new to our channel and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any videos from our channel. So till then, bye bye and happy learning.